It's not even seen. It's dark because the sun is too bad. It's fine. I want to hear what is coming from your mouth about Troy. Yes.
I mean, Troy is a marvel. We marvel at things because it has something that we desire. But everything that we desire is kept from the Gentiles, stored up and given to us. For we are the meek, and we inherit the earth and multitudes of its environment. We are products of our environment, but our environment is what consists of tangible evidence. Tangible evidence is only periodical. Because we look at the periodical table of elements, and we find in the elements what is necessary to sustain us. And we look at gold as being a high precious metal. We search Africa. We search Africa because of the 7 leaves of the 7 trees who dictate the direction of the 7 rivers of the Niger River that give us our glory. For we seek glory, but we find only that what we manifest. For we are manifestations of God. We are the creations of the Creator. We are the positive, not the negative. We are the head, not the tail. We are to be searched for by many men, but found by few. For our presence is known when we give it. Our abilities are granted by our Father who art in heaven, whose name is hallowed. For he hollow out the tree before he gathers the wine to share amongst the people. We have the ability to distinguish between good and evil. But when we distinguish good, we give it as grandeur. When we distinguish evil, we give it as slander. But we slander only the names of those who oppose us, our enemies.
Okay, you said something about Troy. There's something that you said about Troy that I don't know if you remember, Olive. You said something at the beginning in your first statement about Troy. I'm just trying to ask you again. You said that he was a carpenter. There was this carpenter.
He was a mighty carpenter. And the only carpenter that in the Christian religion that we look at is Jesus. He was an actual good person. He worked, he had a trade, and his trade was to be miracles, but it arrived from the understanding of nature. So as a man gets closer to his nature, he derives his purpose. His purpose, whether it be to be a father or to be a son, to be a prince or to be a king. Because a prince is born a prince, and a king is born a king. But it's through the lineages of the multitudes of crucified Christ that we find our reason to perpetually involve ourselves in things that we can influence positively. So our positive influence and our negative influence our youth. But our youth could be from our own loins. So we give good gifts as often as we can in the expectation that their realization will outlive our own lives. We have legacies to live. We have legacies to conquer. Whether we're conquering our legacy or our legacy is conquering us, we still have the ability now to choose what we do tomorrow to infect the lives of the multitudes. Every day, each and every day, we have the ability to make tomorrow better than yesterday. Because yesterday is the past. We're prophets. We see the past, the present, and the future. The ability to distinguish between the second and the millionths of a second. The millionths of a second can change lives. The millionths of a second can bring the dead to life. The hundredths of a second can give you the realization that you had the opportunity to raise lives. If you have the ability to raise a life, make a friend for life. Love and be loved. You know what I mean?
So yeah, I get your point. So the name Troy.
Well, Troy.
It means a lot. So it's it's not just a name.
White. I'm not white. So Troy means nothing to me, because that's under Caesar Maximus Augustus, the leader of the Roman Empire. Yes, I may be a traveling man, but I don't seek to be the righteous of Troy or Caesar, because I'm African American. I know my descendants sold me into slavery, but I was the best of their kind. You don't choose from the cream of your crop and give it to another man without choosing the cream of the crop. I'm one of the 12 tribes of the lost of Judah. I'm one of the tribes of El, Enki, and Ra. If you find a sarcophagus, you found the likeness of me. For what it is that we truly desire, God has promised to give us this. We are the house of Islam. We are the house of the Israelites. Whether we've been Muslim or Christian, whatever the sign is that we mark ourselves and reminiscent of the past. But there are those of us who are non-denominational Christians who choose to live each day as it may be our last, whose last may come to them before due date. And in that day, we hunger and thirst for more life, for life in abundance, with nothing missing and nothing lacking, but yet we still are who we are. There's no change in who you are. For the image in which you portray is the image and the likeness of God. And in God you were created. You were created no mortal. No mortal was created in your image and likeness in order to pre-create who you are. For your individuality is your key. The key that opens all doors. For the door will open unto you. For you are the righteousness of God. Unless the ability to reach that which you seek to accomplish is vanquished by your enemies, you know. That's just how.
Thank you, Carlton. I would like to tell you that you are a une bibliothèque, c'est a library. You are a library. I'm telling you, you know a lot. And I appreciate that. Every time that I discuss with you, I learn. Thank you.